In 2026, the freezer aisle has become a focal point for food safety and ingredient integrity. While ice cream is a beloved staple, the industry is increasingly divided between real dairy and frozen dairy desserts, the latter being a legal term for products that lack the minimum milk fat to be called ice cream. Beyond texture, 2026 audits have flagged brands for PFAS, forever chemicals, in fiber-based tubs, listeria outbreaks, and the use of titanium dioxide for artificial whiteness. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are the 8 U.S. ice cream brands and categories to avoid in 2026. 1. Rich Ice Cream Company, recalled units. The verdict. In February 2026, the FDA issued a massive Class 2 recall for over 110,000 units of ice cream produced by the Rich Ice Cream Company. The alert covers 23 states and stems from potential Listeria monocytogenes contamination. Products to avoid immediately include their chocolate crunch bars, strawberry shortcake, and fudge frenzy bars. Listeria is a resilient pathogen that can thrive in cold processing environments, making it particularly dangerous in frozen treats. If you are in states like Florida, New York, or California, check your freezer for any Rich branded novelties produced in late 2025 or early 2026, as this strain can cause severe illness in high-risk groups. 2. Blue Ribbon Classics, frozen dairy dessert. The verdict. Despite the Blue Ribbon name, this brand is frequently flagged in 2026 for its low-quality ingredient profile. Legally, many of its flavors cannot be called ice cream because they fall below the 10% milk fat threshold. Instead, they are labeled as frozen dairy dessert. The 2026 Avoid warning centers on the heavy use of palm kernel oil and high-fructose corn syrup to mimic the mouthfeel of real cream. Consumer advocates also point out the presence of Yellow 5 and Blue 1, synthetic dyes that are increasingly being phased out of premium brands due to links with hyperactivity and allergic reactions. 3. Great Value, Walmart brand. The verdict. Walmart's Great Value ice cream remains a top avoid in 2026 for those concerned with textural adulterants. To keep prices at historic lows, the formula relies on a cocktail of thickeners including cellulose gel and cellulose gum, ingredients derived from wood pulp. Furthermore, 2026 lab tests have identified titanium dioxide in several vanilla varieties to provide an unnaturally bright white color. In the 2026 market, where clean label transparency is the gold standard, Great Value is viewed as an industrial product that prioritizes shelf stability and visual appeal over actual dairy quality. 4. Baskin-Robbins Grocery Pints. The verdict. While the scoop shops remain iconic, the Baskin-Robbins pints sold in grocery stores have faced 2026 scrutiny for their stabilizer load. Since outsourcing production to large-scale dairy processors, several flavors, like cotton candy and Jamocha, now contain a stabilizer/emulsifier blend consisting of carrageenan, polysorbate 80, and mono and diglycerides. Carrageenan, in particular, is a 2026 avoid ingredient for many due to its potential to trigger digestive inflammation. For the 2026 consumer, the 31 flavors legacy is increasingly overshadowed by a long list of synthetic additives that detract from the natural dairy experience. 5. Halo Top Sugar Alcohol Overload. The verdict. Halo Top is the 2026 Avoid brand for anyone with digestive sensitivities. While marketed as a healthy, lower-calorie option, it relies heavily on erythritol and chicory root fiber to maintain its profile. In 2026, nutritionists have warned that the pint-per-sitting marketing strategy encourages the overconsumption of these sugar alcohols, which can lead to significant bloating and GI distress. Additionally, because Halo Top is air-whipped to reduce calories, you are often paying a premium price for a product that is nearly 50% air, making it a poor value compared to dense, high-protein Greek yogurt alternatives. 6. Blue Bunny Novelty Cones and Bars. The verdict. Owned by Wells Enterprises, Blue Bunny was involved in a significant 2025/2026 voluntary recall due to the potential presence of foreign material, plastic fragments, in several product lines, including Rocky Road and Mocha Almond Fudge. Beyond the physical safety risk, Blue Bunny is a 2026 avoid for its reliance on skim milk and whey as primary ingredients rather than whole cream. This results in a product that melts into a foamy liquid rather than a creamy one, signaling a lack of the structural integrity found in higher quality, traditional ice creams. 7. Favorite Day, Target brand. The verdict: Target's Favorite Day line is a 2026 avoid for its high fructose dependency. Despite the modern packaging, the ingredients list for their cookies and cream and gourmet pints reveals a heavy reliance on both HFCS and standard corn syrup. In 2026, environmental groups have also flagged Favorite Day's fiber-based tubs for having PFAS levels above the new 25 ppb safety thresholds. This makes the brand a double risk. It delivers a high metabolic load through refined sugars while potentially exposing the consumer to forever chemicals leached from the packaging. 8. Friendly's Classic Tubs. The verdict: in 2026, Friendly's is flagged for its high saturated fat and cholesterol ratios relative to its quality. A single serving of their classic chocolate contains a disproportionate amount of fat and whey protein concentrate compared to premium competitors. Moreover, 2026 palate audits have criticized the brand for using artificial vanillin, in flavors that are marketed as classic, which misleads consumers looking for authentic, bean-derived flavoring. If you are seeking a nostalgic treat, 2026 experts suggest looking for local artisanal brands that use pasture-raised cream instead of this high-cholesterol industrial substitute. The 2026 ice cream market is a case study in visual versus biological quality. As we've seen with the rich ice cream listeria recall and the PFAS packaging concerns in Favorite Day, the safe choice is no longer just about the calories on the back. The 2026 mandate for a healthy dessert is to avoid frozen dairy desserts that rely on wood pulp, cellulose, and palm oil to maintain their shape. Instead, the gold standard is density and simplicity, prioritizing brands that use fewer than 5 ingredients: cream, milk, sugar, eggs, and natural flavor. In 2026, if your ice cream doesn't melt into a smooth liquid at room temperature, it's not a treat. It's a chemistry experiment. Ultimately, the 2026 consumer must look beyond the healthy halo of labels like organic or sugar-free to understand the true impact of a brand's processing and packaging. With emerging reports of PFAS, forever chemicals, in eco-friendly paper tubs, and the widespread use of inflammatory carrageenan in legacy brands like Baskin-Robbins, the freezer aisle requires active navigation. By choosing brands that prioritize glass-packed or verified PFAS-free packaging and sticking to 100% grass-fed dairy with fewer than 5 ingredients, you can reclaim the joy of a summer treat without the industrial side effects. In 2026, the real luxury isn't a complex flavor, it's the purity of the ingredients behind it.